It's one of those days, and it's that feeling, that something isn't really right with the world and something's about to happen. I don't know if anyone else feels that on a weird emotional level that you can't really put your finger on, but it's it's become increasingly apparent that a major war is about to break out all across the earth, and that fucking sucks, you know. Because I think we're gonna lose, like North America. I think we're probably gonna lose this war that we're getting pushed into, uh, and that's troubling. Um, the main reason why I think we're gonna lose is because for the last 50, 60 years there's been a conscious effort to kind of dumb down the population. So that's one thing. The other thing is, for the most part, North Americans are grossly out of shape and have become more accustomed to a sedentary lifestyle. uh, so that's another not so good for us situation. Because I don't think we'll last very long in a war against the Russians or the Chinese. Um, and it's interesting because, like, I look at this election going on south of the border, and it it doesn't really look that democratic anyway. Uh, but the prospect of getting into a war uh, with Russia and China is not very fucking good. Um, and I don't know what there is that can be done about it anymore. It seems like it's an inescapable finality, um, because people don't wish to maybe tune in and wake up as to not go to war. Uh, and what is it that led us down this path is that we we were asleep at the switch as a population. Um, we were completely blind. I think, and in some cases, willfully blind, to the crimes perpetrated by our own government, both at home and abroad. Um, it's really too bad. It's really too bad. Because I always try and find some way to stop the war. I've seen, you know, I'm someone that's kind of troubled by the dreams that I have at night. Um, and a lot of the time, these are dreams about this war that I've seen coming for a long time. I've been having dreams about this war with Russia and China for the last 7 or 8 years now. Um, and I have dreams of tank battles in Saskatchewan, uh, and bombing runs in Alberta. Uh, and these types of things, I've always thought in these terms. I don't like them. I don't like that I have thoughts about this stuff. But I mean, what can I do with them other than try and find some way to try and prevent the war from happening that I see in my dreams? Uh, and I think the main thing that's preventing uh, the stopping of the war is people uh, have chosen to live uh, in a state of willful blindness themselves. Uh, Ignorance is bliss is kind of the saying, and people in North America choosing willfully to be ignorant of the actions of our governments is what will eventually lead to these more major conflicts. Um, it's akin to uh, what happened to the German people. Um, they were caught up in their own societal decadence, that they were completely blissfully unaware of the tragedies taking place in their own lands and the atrocities being perpetrated around the world by their country. What's the difference between Nazi Germany and America? I'm still trying to figure that out. You know, I guess America is going after the real Jews, the black people, right? So that's maybe the one major difference, is that Nazi Germany was about persecuting white Jews, and America is about persecuting authentic Jews. Um, yeah, that's one of my theories, is that Jesus was a black guy, and that uh, being black is actually what makes someone Jewish, not the kippah. Uh, but that's just my opinion on these things. I don't know anything about anything anymore. The the more the more my mind gets melded into the internet, the more I start to question, what the fuck is real anymore? You know, it seems like this whole society is built on lies and propaganda. Uh, and I still kind of dream of a diplomatic solution to this all out war. And my hope and prayer is that somehow the people of North America can do something to take control of their governments. Uh, the issue that it comes down to continually is that we we're kind of too stupid in North America to have the privilege of a democracy. And by stupid, I mean we've all chosen to not be informed about what's going on in the world. And to make matters worse, our media deliberately uh, doesn't really report the news. We have a for-profit model that's basically in charge of everything. Uh, and the problem with having a media based off of a for-profit model is that it's instantly no longer being a media that's supposed to be holding the government to account for its actions and fact checking these things independently of the government. Uh, the profit model has made it so the media has to behave in a way that's congruent with the economy, uh, even though the economy isn't exactly congruent with nature or reality or the daily living of most people. Um, so we're in this interesting situation where, America is absolutely broke, and the banks that run America believe that they can stall out the clock, and that they can hold on to their status and position of power in society by goading North America into a major war. The issue with the tactics of that is that it's a war that we won't win. Um, there's there just isn't. It's not feasible to think that even with America having its strategic advantage of 900 bases in over 150 countries around the world, even with that advantage of majority forces teamed up in various areas to maybe pull like a massive blitzkrieg style offensive, it wouldn't last. And the reason why is because uh, there aren't enough physically fit, able-bodied people to keep up the supply of manpower. We, it's just you won't. win this war. And so, how do we stop the war? Uh, I think increasing diplomatic relations is how you stop the war. Uh, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's some other way to stop the war. How would you stop the war we're about to get pushed into? Or do you want to die in it? Let me know.